Hi, welcome back to my garden. Today I am working on this rose, and I'm not sure exactly what type of a rose it is. I think it's one of the ones that if you were to cut it and keep it short, it would be like a shrub, or you can let it grow tall and it will become a climber. So this one has these like kind of off-white pinkish flowers that smell really nice, and I noticed that it only blooms once and like kind of near the end. So I figured that if I kind of splayed it out against the fence more, that rather than it blooming just at the tips, which are the highest point, if I could make the canes a little more parallel to the ground, it might actually bloom from multiple points. So anyway, that's the plan. To work on it, I have this wire, and I think it was like a 16 gauge. I don't know, it seemed pretty strong, and I went for black so that it wouldn't show up too much against the fence. And then I also have these hooks, which are like a little circle with like a screw part. So the plan is to put those in a bunch of spots and then connect the wire to it and then connect the rose to the wire. And I'll only do the start points for it, but then as it grows longer and stuff, I can like kind of keep attaching it until eventually it'd be nice if it like kind of covers the top of these 3 panels. And the only other thing I want to be careful for is that there are bulbs coming up in here, so I just want to step kind of carefully. So for the top level, I was thinking kind of right up here, so the wire will still be over the black. And these ones should just like screw in, but we'll see. Okay, that's the top layer done, and now I'm gonna go through and do kind of the next level down. And I could be measuring from the top so that they're all even, but I'm just using the lines of the fence. So I'm doing it just above this line, and then we'll see. I think I might go for like a halfway point. So I did 2 levels near the top, so at this height, across all 4 posts, and then and then 1 more at this height, so across all 4 posts. And then for right next to the rose, I only did 1 here and 1 there, because I figured that there's other stuff growing around here, so I do want to kind of get it above those things. So now I have the wire. I'm going to attach it to the first like eye, I guess. Put it in here, wrap it around itself, and then go back and see if I can straighten the rest of it out so that it doesn't look all zigzaggy. I might have to come back out with the pliers and just make it extra tight. Okay, I think that's as straight as I can get it. It's not perfect, but I think it'll be good. I don't think it'll be as visible once the rose is actually climbing on it. Okay, well, they're all up, and you can see they're all kind of invisible, which is what I wanted. So you can see the wire here over the wood, but you can't really see it as much when it's over the black part. So now I'm just gonna start attaching. This one's really strong and vigorous, so I thought if I kind of lean it over here, what I can do is I can attach it like there, and then I'll leave the top loose so it can still kind of go where it wants to go. It looks like, I don't know if this part's alive, but I'll just leave it for now. But if that continues, once that gets long, I can eventually tie it to this part here. And then to tie, I'm just using little pieces of the wire that I cut. And I didn't want to do it too tight because I don't want it to restrict it, but I also didn't want to do it loose where it was like flailing about. But because it's up against the fence, there shouldn't actually be too much wind or anything. So I think I'm going to go for like a little bit looser so that the stem has room to grow. So this one's already kind of starting to grow here. So I'll attach it down here. Sweet, and I think the trick is to leave the top loose because it will be more vigorous if the top is upright, and then to keep the main part more parallel to the ground because it won't quite know, like along, if this is like this, along here, it won't quite know where up is, so it will actually put flowers out of all the buds, in theory. I don't want to like wrestle them too much either. I'm kind of thinking like, just trying to figure out like where they naturally are growing and kind of exaggerate that. I'm not sure what to do about this guy. I feel like if I can get it there and then eventually attach it to that one. Okay, that might be a little bit severe, but I think I'm just gonna leave it and hope for the best. These two I don't really want crossing and rubbing, so I might just attach this one here and do it like almost a little bit temporary. And then I know this will grow pretty quickly, so then I can attach it to here and kind of lift it off this one. All right, so I took out a couple of dead branches just now, and then these ones here are growing in the wrong direction, and they're also like really thin and wispy. This one doesn't look great. So I think what I'm gonna do is come in here and just prune all of these back. Yeah, like this one's rotting or something. So I'm gonna come back and take out all the really skinny ones, any that look a little dead or just like not great in general. I think even on this one, I might come in and prune off all the little branches to really make the structure more visible. And also that's like really what I want to encourage. I want to get this to look better and better each year. So I'll grab the pruners and I'll just tidy it up. Awesome. So it's definitely looking different. I think maybe a little bit tidier as well. So I'll just keep an eye on it. Like it still has its leaves and it's January, so I'm not sure. I think this wall faces west, so morning light is on that side. So it does heat up, and I think that that might just be enough that it keeps it like a little bit warmer than everywhere else. So I'm kind of curious to see how it does. If it continues to grow through winter, then great. If not, it'll just be a pause. And then in spring, when the new growth comes, then I can start tying it in kind of further. And I'm excited to see, like, we've only gotten a few bunches of flowers from it up until this point because it only ever had like the two main stalks, and then each of those would bloom and then bloom out, and that would kind of be it. So hopefully it'll make it for like a slightly longer season and also just like a bigger display of flowers. So I'll keep you posted, but thanks for coming along and I'll catch you next time.